Alright, we're going to start by adding 12 cups of frog bone Cajun seafood boil. This is a 4-pound bag right here, which equivalates to 8 cups of boil. Now I have half of another 4-pound bag, which will be 4 cups of boil. Total 12 cups for 15 gallons of water. Now I've got going in 16 ounces of Zatarain shrimp and crab boil, liquid crab boil. Alright, I've got 1.5 cup of salt. Even though the frog bone seafood boil has salt in it, you still need the additional salt. The potatoes, the corn, it requires it. Now I have 12 cut lemons. I took 12 whole lemons, cut them in half. We're going in with that. Now I'm adding in 3 heads of garlic. These are whole heads that I cut the tops off of to expose the garlic to add all that flavor. That garlic is really good all by itself too, these Cajun seafood boil flavors. Now I'm throwing in 4 oranges, citrus. It's all about the citrus. Now I have some fresh thyme that I grew out in my garden, just a handful. Now we're going to add in roughly 20-25 bay leaves. I'm not counting, I'm just throwing in like a double handful. You want a lot of bay leaf in there. This is a lot of water. 15 gallons of water, it's not going to overpower it. Louisiana hot sauce, one of my all-time favorites, got 1 cup going in. About 1/2 cup of cayenne pepper. You can adjust that to however spicy you like it. 1/2 cup compared with everything else. It's going to be just about right for my liking. Alright, now I'm going to give it all a good mix here. I'm going to let it boil for roughly 10 minutes. That's going to let all the powders and salt and lemon, everything mix and marry and dissolve and become one liquid. Alright, I'm adding in 1 pound of Conecuh sausage. We browned it earlier on the stove. We got that going in. I would highly recommend doing at least 2 to 3 pounds on a cook this size. Alright, now I'm going to add in 2 pounds of the little new red potatoes. It's around 20 potatoes, and you could add more if you got enough people. This should be plenty for us. Alright, I'll let the potatoes and the sausage go for roughly 7 minutes. I'm going to remove my lid now. I'm going to go ahead and add in button mushrooms. I have 2 large boxes of these. Absolutely love these. This is always a big favorite. Our mushrooms have been going roughly 10 minutes. Now we're going to add in 3 dozen blue crab, Gulf of Mexico blue crab, and they are beautiful. We're going to let these cook roughly 5 minutes before we add in the next ingredient. Now I'm going to add in some corn. I've got 2 packets of the frozen corn like you buy. These come, I think, 8 to a pack, so there's around 16 pieces in there. Alright, we're going to stir this up a little bit. We're going to let these go for roughly 10 minutes before adding the next ingredient. Alright, I'm turning my gas wide open again. You want to really get this hot because I got 20 pounds of shrimp going in. They got ice in them. You want them to cook really fast. You want these things to come back up to a boil within 3 minutes. So we're going in with 20 pounds of some really nice Gulf shrimp. See the ice on there? That's what I'm saying. You want to bring this in all the way hard as it can go. Leave it there until you reach a boil. It's been 3 minutes. Steam is pouring out of this pot. Let's take a look. Let's see what we got. Whew, man, look at that. Volcano I'm talking about. That was 3 short minutes. This is what we want. I'm going to reach over here. I'm going to kill the fire. Look, it's still boiling. The fire is completely off. That's just how hot this pot is. You don't want to go no more than that. You basically get it up to a hard boil. As soon as it's boiling, you cut it off. Now we're going to take ice and we're going to dump this ice on here. This is 20 pounds of ice, and what it's basically doing is killing the cooking process. I don't normally use a thermometer to measure the water, but if you want to, you can measure the water, and when you get it down to 150 degrees, you have stopped the cooking process, and you're going to be looking at perfectly cooked shrimp. So I'm going to go ahead and dump in the rest of this ice. We're going to let them soak for around 20, 25, maybe 30 minutes. That's going to give it the optimal flavor. It's going to be really good. This ice is basically doing two things. It's not only stopping the cooking process, but it's also forcing the seafood to sink. And when it sinks, that indicates that everything is absorbing the seasoned water, where all the flavor is at. It's going to be really good. All right, we'll be back. All right, now as you can see, everything has sank, meaning that it is absorbing the seasonings. And we're just going to do a taste test, probably our first one after 20 minutes. And if we think it needs to sit a little bit longer, we will, because you're not going to cook them any further. You're not going to hurt them. They could soak in this for literally hours. Now, you might be asking yourself, are they hot? Yeah, they're still plenty hot. 150-degree water is plenty hot. Well, it just came a terrible thunderstorm, so I had to put all this inside the garage, close the door, but that's not going to stop us. Let's take the basket out. We're going to let all this juice water drain out. We're just going to let it sit here maybe 10 minutes, let everything drain out real well. And then from there, we're going to bring this indoors, let everyone eat, and I'm going to do a taste test. All right, so let's start one of these shrimp. Let's see how we did. Look at the size of these, by the way. Look at that. These have made really good frying size as well. Here's how you know if a shrimp is cooked properly. That shell pulls right off. And you can pinch the tail like you would on a crawfish, and there it is. Let's give that a try. Fantastic, perfectly cooked. As I just showed you, when that shell pulls right off, no resistance, not stuck to the meat, you did it right. All right, let's go ahead and try one of these mushrooms here. These are like little flavor bombs. Man, I love these things. Oh man, they really suck up that crab ball and seasoning flavor. Outstanding. Potatoes do the same thing. These little new potatoes are the best ones to use in these boils like this. Let's give this a try. Delicious and perfectly cooked. What I tried to show you in this video is what to start with first, how many minutes to go before you add the next ingredient, and so on, to where everything will finish off at the same time. That's key to producing a really good seafood boil. Some people refer to this as a low country boil. Same thing. All right, that's it. Until next time, smoke your ribs.